Hey everyone, I'm Aaron from Kaltura. Today I'm sitting down with our CTO, Alan Becker, to talk about real-time avatars, agentic AI, and what our AI lab is building behind the scenes. We'll cover what this tech actually is, why it matters, and where it's all headed. Alan, thanks for joining me.
Hey Aaron, thanks for having me.
Of course. So can you just cover a little bit more about your background and what your role is going to be here at Kaltura?
Sure. So my background is in technology. I did a PhD in the early days of the machine learning revolution. During my studies, I published 10 papers in the field of speech technologies, computer vision algorithms, and natural language processing. Right after my PhD, my passion was to be an entrepreneur. So I co-founded a company named Voca. Voca was one of the first human-like voice agents in the market. Imagine like having a phone call conversation between a human and a machine. So we were one of the first companies, I would say, in Israel for sure, and also in the world, to have a human-like voice conversation between humans and machines. And we were powering mainly call center companies. We had big clients like American Express, AT&T, and many others. So we built a great technology, I would say. And after a few years, Snapchat, the social media company from the US, acquired us. And I became the head of conversational AI at Snap, working on the huge scale of Snap with hundreds of millions of daily active users. So following my journey at Snap, I decided to build itself. So basically, to understand my journey and myself, you need to understand my background. And so I coming from a PhD, then voice, and now the vision was to build a visual layer on top of it, right? Why? Because we interact best as humans when we do face-to-face interaction. I can see you, you can see me, I can see your expressions, and so on and so forth. So the truly human-like experience is an immersive face-to-face visual experience. And at Voca, we did only the voice part, only the phone. And without the visuals, we are losing a lot of information. So the vision and mission of ESOF was to build another layer of the visual layer. So for doing that, we had to build an avatar solution, which is itself. Was my journey until today. And literally today, I'm joining Kaltura as the CTO with the object to take all data sources of Kaltura that we already have from our clients base and embed it into the avatars. So the users of our clients will be able to experience and to interact with the data sources of the organization in a human-like manner, face-to-face manner.
That's super interesting. Obviously, you mentioned the importance of face-to-face interaction. That's sort of what inspired you. But you said you were one of the first people to kind of create a company behind that. So where did that inspiration come from?
So we should go back in the history. So before my PhD, I studied for many years in a Jewish seminar, mainly studying religious studies. And my passion was always about understanding what is a human. So, for me, the religion was the ability to understand, to study about what we are as humans, the connection between human and God. It's all about understanding what's the purpose in life, right? So understanding what's the human, that was my purpose back then. And in my studies and afterwards in the startup that I established, the purpose was to build a machine that would be as human as possible. Because if we manage to build a machine that is human-like, we somehow, I think we understand a bit better what is a human, right? If a human speaks with a machine, and it feels like the machine is human-like, so we somehow understand as the creators of the machine what is a human. That was always my journey about and my passion that drive me to build those companies.
Super interesting. I guess for someone who's super not techie, in simpler terms, how would you describe a real-time avatar?
I think the simplest way to describe it is to explain, do you have a Zoom conversation with someone or a Teams conversation, Hangout, whatever platform it is, it's a face-to-face conversation. It's the same. You can have a video conference with someone. It doesn't need to be a human, it could be a machine. When you have a face-to-face conversation through a Zoom conversation or whatever, you see his face, he can share his screen with you, and vice versa. He can see your face, and you can share your screen with him. That's exactly what Avatar is. It's the ability not only to have a face-to-face conversation, but having a fully immersive visual experience in which you can share visual information with the avatar, and the avatar can share visual information with you.
And how does that differ from maybe other products that are in the same space?
So I would say today in the AI arena, you see mainly chatbot solutions like ChatGPT, the first versions of ChatGPT, Gemini, and whatever. And then you see the voice agents, right? The ability to have a voice-to-voice conversation. But having a visual experience that is fully immersive and real-time, it's something that itself is one of the now Kaltura. We are now the pioneers in the world doing that. There's no other companies doing that as we do.
And what would you say is an advantage of having it real-time, live, versus something that's pre-recorded?
It's a great question. So having a pre-recorded means that someone can play video for you. Maybe this video was created by AI, but it was preset. Someone created the video and then is playing that for you. We call it VOD, video on demand. The video on demand can be human-generated or can be machine-generated, right? Doesn't matter. With real-time avatars, we are actually personalizing the experience in the video for you, which means that we are not only customizing the avatar wording and voice and face expressions for you in real time based on the context of the conversation, we're also able to generate the visuals on the fly. Like when the avatar shares a screen with you, it can share existing visual assets, but in real time to decide which visual asset is the correct one to show to you. This is the first layer of personalization. But the second layer of personalization is being able actually to generate in real time also the visual assets. They are not predefined visual assets. Like there's an image, it can show you the image, but on the other hand, it can generate the image for you in real time based on your request in the conversation. And that's something that is not possible today. Not with chatbots or voice bots. Being able to have a personalized visual experience that is generated in real time for you means it's something that even a human can do. A human can have a personalized video experience, but it can't generate in real-time visuals for you. When it shares a screen, it might have a presentation or some images that you want to share with you, but the human can't generate in real-time those visuals for you. But that's something that the avatar can do. The second thing that avatar can do, and that's something that we see the wow effect with our customers, is the ability to have a multilingual visual conversation, right? Because we as humans, we can interact through a Zoom conversation, but we can speak in English, Hebrew, or whatever languages we know, but we can't interact in Japanese, right? We can't interact in Spanish. The avatar is multilingual by definition, so it means that it can not only generate the personalized experience, but it can also customize himself for you in real time. And that's something that it's way more than just a Zoom conversation. It's a real-time, immersive experience, fully customized and personalized for you.
I was just going to say, it definitely is a much more immersive experience when it's almost like a real conversation with a real person who can share things. And like you said, the language thing is super interesting, something that a human can't even provide in real time, to just flip a switch and start speaking a different language unless they are fluent in that language. But when you're watching somebody, playing around with this type of technology for the first time, how do you see people react typically?
So that's a good question. I think we have the whole spectrum from the ones that are highly innovative, the early adopters, and the latest adopters, right? The same happens with every technology out there. So we see from huge excitement to fear also. We see also fear in the market, right? Because people say, okay, so this avatar will replace us as humans, we will have no longer jobs or something, and people are truly afraid from the AI.
Also because a lot of people's exposure to these types of technology has been from movies and things like that, which has typically ended in kind of fearful,
exactly.
more negative experiences. How would you put somebody at ease to show them that this is actually a positive thing?
The way I usually explain it is as following. Before the Industrial Revolution, we as humans, we tend to work the ground, right? The fields. Mm-hmm. One day, humans invented machines that can do this job for us. And in a few years, all people that have the skills of working the ground, they lost their jobs, right? And they as humans, what they do, they evolve. And instead of doing jobs that machines can do for them, they had to evolve and go to study in universities, right? 150 years ago, people didn't go to the universities. It was only the elite going to universities. But they started to go to universities. Why? Because they understood they need to evolve in order to be competitive with the machines. The same happens today. If you think about it, the AI revolution that's happening in the last years, it brought to life information. A few years ago, information was a resource that wasn't available to all. You had to go to the university to study something, and you need to go to a specific professor to know something about medicine. Now the AI knows everything. Now the information is no longer a competitive advantage towards the machine. And so we need to think, we as humans, what is a competitive advantage that we have against the machines? And that's the ability to interact emotionally. People will still have face-to-face conversations. They will still interact with each other in businesses. Nobody will purchase a big product, right, without speaking with a human. People will not get married with machines, right? Maybe in certain cultures, right? But even though the machines will be as human as possible, we as humans will start to be skeptical about what is to be a human or not. What's going to happen, this is what I think, is that humans will go more and more to a really face-to-face interaction, because that's the only way they will know that they're really interacting with something that is real with a human.
So besides, being just like the wow factor of it all, what are some other reactions you've seen of people when they experience this technology?
I think one of the wow factors that we see when new customers interact with the technology, first, I already mentioned, is the ability to be multilingual in real time. The second one, which quite surprised me, to be honest, is when they see that the avatar can observe their screen of the user. This is the wow effect, because then they understand, okay, that this is not only a voice or face conversation, it can actually see you. It can actually see what you're seeing. This is like the wow moment for most of our customers, because then they understand that the avatar is not just a nice technology, a nice gimmick. It can actually connect to your context, to your working environment in real time. And it can really personalize himself to you and give you a real value in real time.
Mm-hmm. And what are some maybe challenges that your team is still working through? Obviously, it's complicated technology, I'm sure.
So we working hard continuously to improve the product. So what does it mean to improve the product? So first, we want the avatar to look as human as possible. We want the avatar to sound as human as possible. We want to have the lowest latency as possible as humans. We interact with each other with a few hundreds of milliseconds of latency. This is the goal of our avatars to be.
Yeah.
We as humans, we know how to perceive the context. We know how to understand not only a small conversation. We have a lot of information that we wrote to this setup today, so we have the conversation. The same applies for avatars. So we are working on those challenges continuously to make the avatar experience as human as possible.
Do you know some organizations that are already using this like real-time avatar technology successfully?
Sure. So we have a range of customers. We have real estate companies, we have huge customer service companies that are using our technology already, marketing teams, sales teams, also education. The educational space is looking for this type of technology because they understand that the AI tutors, the tutors of the future, they need to be fully personalized and they need to engage visually because this is the way the new generation engage. They watch TikTok's videos all the time, right? You can't engage with them with a text or a voice solution. It must be a visual experience. Otherwise, it's not engaging.
Definitely. And maybe just to expand on that a little bit more, like maybe can you tell me a little bit more about specific problems that avatars can solve that maybe these text tools aren't as effective?
Sure. So imagine that you want to teach a concept. You can teach it textually, you can teach it by voice, or you can teach it by showing in your virtual world to write the equations, to write the concept, to generate images and videos in real time. That's something that our human brain is wired to understand much better with the three modalities of text, voice, and visual. That's one thing that for sure is a huge advantage of the avatars comparing to the other solutions. We also published a study that we did in Israel with thousands of students in the 12th grade studying for the English matriculation with our avatars. And we've proved that the students that prepared themselves for the exam with the avatars, they achieved higher scores than the others. Also in different use cases like marketing use cases and sales use cases. When someone wants to see a product demo, they want to see a product demo, right? So that's something that it's only possible with an avatar. Another example is IT support. Imagine you have a CRM in your website, in your desktop, and you want to have IT support. So you can call a call center, right? And we say, okay, go to settings, and then click this button. Did you click the button? Yeah, you click the button, right? But with avatars, you can actually see your CRM. He can guide you step by step because he sees exactly what you've seen. He sees the errors that you see on the screen, so he can tell you right away what's the problem and how to solve it.
Yeah, no, I can just think from a personal example when you're doing like a tech support or something like that. You only really get the problem solved when they can take control of your screen.
Exactly.
And it just cuts that time in half by having an avatar do it right away and solving the problem right away. When you're talking with actual customers, what usually gets them to change their mind about this technology in a positive way when they're using it? What's the main factor that they're like, you know what, this is, wow, I need to use this?
I think one of the great advantages for a product is that a fully PLG product, which means that when we do demos to customers, they can play with it as well. We create a customized avatar for them, and then we send them the link. They press the link, and they have the chance to interact with avatars. So the product sells themselves. We don't really need to do demos. We just let them play with the technology, and then they understand right away what's the value and how we can help them to solve their problems.
Sounds great. So obviously you're now new to the Kaltura family, and you've been working on this technology for a little while. What would you say your team is focused on right now or the next couple months?
So now we are working on the agentification of our avatars. The ability to not only interact in real time, generate visuals, but to be able to be fully embedded into the knowledge bases and data sources of our customers. So we want to be able to deploy our avatars as easy as possible with our current customers, and being able to have a guardrail context for those avatars. And this content usually comes from the data sources of our customers. So we are working on the integration of our avatars with the data sources of our customers, so we can deploy easily our avatars with our customers.
What do you see as the next big step for real-time avatars and agentic AI?
So I believe in 1 year from now, we'll see huge enterprises, the biggest enterprises today in the world. They will have their own avatars for different roles. They will have a marketing expert avatar, sales avatar, customer service avatars, HR and onboarding avatars, IT support avatars, and so on. The enterprises will start to adopt this technology and to build on top of it AI employees that will enhance the workforce of the companies, will allow the employees and the customers of those companies to have a 24/7, fully available, multilingual, and truly smart agent that can answer questions, sell products, give IT support, and educate the users and the customers of the company.
So what would be one message to organizations that are sort of, I guess, exploring AI, maybe not sure about it?
So I think the top one message for the enterprises is that they need to make the data sets available to the AI to the avatars, to the agents, that will be able to consume the information from the data sources, and we'll be able to have the context and the knowledge base of the businesses in such a way that the AI avatars, they will enhance their workforce, they will enhance the customer experience, their employee experience, and will actually connect between the users of the company with a truly AI immersive experience. As of today, I think most of us that will interact with AI, they will understand that this is an AI speaking with them. But we're not far, maybe months or a few years, that we will no longer be able to distinguish between a real human and AI.
It's kind of like when the first AI boom with video came out, and the famous video with Will Smith eating the spaghetti, and it's like, wow, this is cool, but obviously it's AI.
But even today, we are still not there.
Yeah.
But we'll be there soon, and we are that close from the point that every content that we'll see online, we'll say, that's a deep fake or not. We are months away that nobody will believe that the visual content they're seeing is true or not. So what will happen next? I believe what happened is that people will go back to human interaction. Because how do you know if it's a deep fake, it's a real video or not? We as humans will stop believing in online media and we'll go back to humans' interactions. People always ask, what do you think my kids should study today in the university and whatever? I think the answer is the same as it was in the past. It doesn't matter what you study. Nobody became successful because you went to that specific course or this specific university or whatever. What is important is how do you teach and educate your kids to think. Because the AI, he knows everything. He truly knows everything. That's the truth. He was trained in all the data available on the internet, so he knows everything. We no longer need lawyers or doctors that tell us what's the law or what's the physiology, because the AI knows that. What we need is people that think they can take the information, elaborate it, and create something bigger than that. And that's something that, as of today, only humans can do. So my answer is to what your kids should study. It doesn't matter. You should educate them to think
critically, creatively,
to think in a creative way, to understand that information is no longer a feature. It's something that information is available, and they need to study how to integrate different pieces of information.
So Alan, thank you for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching. Obviously, AI is moving very quickly, and these conversations help make sense of where everything is going. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan.